Well, if you've ever been interested in your genealogy, or you just want to know more about your history and even the history of our region, Main Library is where you want to be this weekend. Jill Clever with the Toledo Lucas County Public Library is here so we can talk more about the upcoming genealogy and local history fair. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
You know, we were chatting earlier and you said this is a very popular hobby for people.
It typically, when they do surveys, it's in the top 5 of hobbies for people doing their genealogy.
Yeah, so what's happening this weekend?
Well, we have something for everybody. It's our 3rd annual Genealogy and Local History Fair. We have Sunny Morton, who's a national author and speaker, nationally known, and she will be speaking all day on different topics. And then we also, something a little new this year, we have 4 local historians who will be talking about different local history topics. We have Ted Long, who a lot of people have heard of. We have Larry Michaels. We have Christopher Gilchrist, who is the Director Emeritus of the National Museum of the Great Lakes. And we also have John Hussman, who is the Toledo Mud Hens historian.
Oh, lots of history. Yes, and a lot of different kinds of history too in this area.
Yes, exactly. We also have children's programming. They're going to show the movie Coco, which has a family history component to it. And they're going to do a craft while they're showing the movie. And we also are going to have 15-minute volunteer genealogy sessions where people can come. It's first come, first serve. And they can ask questions of volunteer genealogists. We also have exhibitors. We'll have some authors. A couple of our speakers have new books that have come out, so they'll be selling their books. We also have quite a few local history and genealogy societies that'll be there. We also will have some tours of the local history and genealogy department.
Wow. So yeah, so just the library, I think in general, is a huge resource for people, right?
Oh, yes. Just in general, and the local history and genealogy department is, I can't think, a hidden gem. A lot of people don't know where we are. We're on the 3rd floor of Main Library, and they don't realize the things they can find there, not only on genealogy, but in local history, doing their research. We have people who've been doing their genealogy for 40 years and they're not done yet.
Once you start digging.
It depends on how far you want to go, how many branches you want to look at. It just depends.
Yeah. And so, and I think here in the Toledo area, there's so many different cultures represented. And so there's so much to discover about.
And we discover people's genealogy. It's really interesting, the stories that we help people find. And they get really emotional.
I bet.
Even looking at people, you know, say they find their great-great-great-grandparents and they get really emotional, even though it's a long time ago, and they still, sometimes they cry.
Absolutely.
It's amazing.
Absolutely. I've recently uncovered some things and learned about my great-grandfather who came here from Poland in 1903, you know, and how old he was when he died. And it did. It made me feel a certain type of way, you know. These are people who I've never met, obviously. They lived well before me, but you know, you have a connection to them. Right.
Well, it's your history. It's your history, and a lot of times you find things where there's a connection that, you know, maybe you didn't think of, where the grandparent was a chef and you're a chef.
You're like, oh,
you
that
know,
makes sense.
Yeah, it's really interesting when you find those type of connections too.
And then maybe you'll find out that you had a celebrity or somebody, or maybe there's some who have a, you know, a darker past too.
Oh yes, oh yes, we get that too. Where, well, I have a relative who was a bootlegger and ended up in Leavenworth prison.
Yeah, so there's all kinds of things that people can discover and find. So talk us through it again, you know, what time, place, and all that.
The exhibitors start at 9:30, the speakers start at 10, and it runs till about 5.
Okay, and can you just kind of like come and go?
You can come and go. Okay. You don't have to stay all day. You can come for whatever you're interested in. Like I said, the genealogy speaker will be there all day. And the rundown of everything is on our website, toledolibrary.org.
Okay.
Everything that's going on, the times, There'll be a
kids'
map
activities, all that,
Yep,
yeah.
there'll be a map and a program there so that you can find your way around. Most everything's on the first floor, but there are a couple things like the kids' program, of course, is in the
kids'
children's
area.
library, and then the tours of local history, of course, are on the third floor. But everything else is on the first floor.
Wonderful.
So it's easy to get your way around, but there will be a map.
Yes, so
everybody
get
can find
online
their
and
way.
take a look ahead of time and maybe plan your day, right?
Yes, exactly.
Well, thank you so
Exactly.
much for being here. We
Oh, thank you
appreciate
for
it.
having me.
Absolutely.